And the next currency I wanted to discuss is dopamine, which is known as colloquially as like a hormone for motivation and enjoyment. But the thing is, dopamine is a hormone that we developed as humans in order to complete tasks and in order to achieve things. Yes, it might be associated with pleasure, motivation, but it has a function, it evolved, it has a biological function that helped us in our evolutionary history. And I like to think of the time we live in today as the great dopamine heist, because we are using technology that is draining our dopamine. When you are on a social media platform, or when you open a notification, when you got a like or something, or I see a new subscriber on the channel, please do subscribe though. A human will get a peak of dopamine, but this peak of dopamine in the past, someone would have had to work very hard for that. For example, if you were a hunter-gatherer, you would have had to work very hard to get that dopamine, and that would enable you to continue to hunt and gather, because you would get a feeling of reward as you move towards your goal, and that would encourage you to continue to move towards that goal of hunting and gathering, and also more likely to repeat that behavior in the future, which would improve survival. But we are using technology that has kind of hacked our dopamine circuitry. And dopamine is, we are always making dopamine, but I do see it as a form of currency, because you need to think of it as throughout your day, how are you going to spend your dopamine? If you spend your dopamine on doom scrolling, or like looking at social media, then it will drain your motivation, and then you'll be less likely to do other things and other tasks. So I think thinking of dopamine as a currency is also very effective. And I've had to reflect a lot about dopamine after having had my ADHD diagnosis, which I'll talk about more in the future. And another currency I wanted to talk about is